Welcome to the Brant Phillips Show, the show dedicated to results. Now, here's Brant.
Welcome, my friends, to the Brant Phillips Show, where we are all about creating results in life and business. So I'm going to share a little story with you today. You're probably wondering what the intent of the title of this podcast is. So I'm going to explain that very, very quickly. And with I feel like some really good takeaways that you can hopefully gain from today. And that's the lesson I'm hoping that you extract, and the result that you extract from today. So a friend of mine who was in a business mastermind that I was in, he was in Mastermind with me, played in the NFL and actually won a Super Bowl ring, played for the New England Patriots. And we're all working out one day, and he was kind of leading one of the workouts. He's like son of a trainer, assuming a trainer type role. And he said something during a workout to a guy, and I didn't hear what the guy was saying. I think he was complaining or whining or grunting or, kind of crying, whatever he was doing during the workout. And what he said to this guy has stuck with me ever since. So what he said was, and I'll just get to the point, was, it doesn't suck, you suck. So as this guy's like moaning and groaning and crying or whatever he's saying, and I forget what he said, but he probably said something to the extent that, oh, this sucks. And so my boy's like, it doesn't suck, you suck. It doesn't suck, you suck. So think about this. This is a really, really profound statement. So think about that. A lot of things in life, a lot of things in business will say like, oh God, this sucks. This is so hard. This is so bad. But the fact of the matter is, the truth, most oftentimes, is that situation doesn't suck. It's that we, in our current capacity, are not able to elevate ourselves above that situation. So we are actually the one that sucks whenever you kind of turn that statement around. And you see, you have to first be real enough to admit that you suck at something before you can ever expect to be successful. It's definitely, like this in life and in business and the real estate game quite frequently, is that, if we look at that, hey, we all start out with zero experience when we're doing something for the first time in business. Like, we all start out at some point in time where we have zero knowledge and or zero experience when we start out. Like, that's just where we all start out at. And so a learning curve is to be expected. And then there's just some things that even if it's not a learning curve, even if it's something that we already know about, something that we've done, there's certain things that we are just, that we suck at, or that we're not really good at. And that's just what it is. I'm going through the CrossFit Open as we speak. For those of you who aren't familiar with, the CrossFit Open is a time annually. It's about 5 weeks long, and worldwide people compete to earn a chance at the regionals and then the finals, the CrossFit finals. And so basically they have a global workout where everyone does the same workout every single week, and everyone records their scores, and you have to have a trainer there to record your score and all this kind of stuff. And so you see where you rank at locally in your region, in your country, and worldwide. And so I'm pretty good at CrossFit, I would say. But comparatively speaking, worldwide, and even just others in my region, and even other people in my gym, like, I kind of suck compared to some of these other people. But that's a choice where I can blame the workouts, like when things get really hard and these workouts get really hard, or I can just blame myself. Like, that's my capacity. Like I don't beat myself up. Like, and that's not the purpose of this message, for you to beat yourself up like, oh God, I suck. Oh, I suck. I'm so bad. No, like that's not the point. The point is just to acknowledge and be real. And one of the ways that we create results, and we create results in life, and that we create results in business, is just being really honest with ourselves. Because if we can't be honest and we can't be real with where we are at and what our current capacity is, we're never going to turn that corner to begin creating results. So whenever something is in your life or your business and you are not achieving the way that you want to be achieving, like something that you feel that you suck at, or something that you're not producing results, like just consider to stop blaming it, whatever it is. Like if you're still stuck in your job and your investing business not where it needs to be, maybe your marriage, maybe whatever, your health and fitness, like I just mentioned with CrossFit, or whatever it is with your business, like stop blaming outside factors. Stop blaming your lack of time. Stop blaming the economy. Stop blaming blah, 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 blah. Blame yourself. Like, it doesn't suck. Your current capacity sucks. Your lack of training, whatever. But stop playing this victim role and blaming it. Like, just understand that whenever, it, quote unquote, it, whatever that is in your life, it's going to hit the fan. In your business, like, it's going to hit the fan. And this is a choice that you have. Like, you can be like the masses and simply say, like this guy in the workout, like, oh, this sucks. Or you can begin to just admit that your current capacity is not where it needs to be. And that is the only reason why you're in that situation. Right? And so, you may think, oh, I don't want to. A lot of people, they want to live a lie. Okay? Like, quite frankly, they want to live a lie because they don't want to admit that they've currently failed. Doesn't mean they're a lifetime failure just because where they're at isn't where they want to be. But they don't want to admit that they suck at something, that they have this imperfection, they have this flaw, that they're not good at something. When there's actually nothing wrong with that. Actually, there's a tremendous amount of dignity in just acknowledging, like, hey, I'm not where I need to be because of me. And just taking it, like owning responsibility for it. So, like I said, is like, we're all going to start from a place that we know little or nothing about. And we have, no experience in a certain area. And so we don't really know how to create results in that area of our life. But that's when the work comes in. That's where the practice comes in. That's where the study comes in. That's where the failing comes in. That's where the sucking comes in before we will ever get to success. But like I said, a lot of people are just willing to admit this. But then even the sadder part of this is that, quite frankly, a lot of people are unwilling to fail. A lot of people are unwilling to suck at something. So what do? They stay on the sidelines. They stay in this so comfortable comfort zone, which, if you've heard me talk about the comfort zone, there's nothing comfortable about it at all. Whenever you begin really, really, really looking at, who you are and who you want to become, the comfort zone is one of the most uncomfortable places to be, really. Especially as days are numbered on your life, like, it is not a place to be. And this is my perspective, but look, just make no mistake about it. In order to succeed at something, we must acknowledge that we all start from this place where we're not good at it. And so rather than me just, talk and it's easy for me to sit on my pedestal and say what I'm saying right now. But look, I admit, like, I will eat my own cooking here and say that I admit that I've sucked a lot at a lot of different times in my life. And I've had to admit that I've sucked. And there's probably like 1,000 different ways and times that I botched something in business or in the real estate world, in running my real estate business. And I've sucked like a lot of times, like probably 1,000 times more. And I will probably suck 1,000 times more in the future, because as I level up in business and as I expand to new levels and new capacities, I acknowledge and understand that before I can have success at another level, there is a period of this suckage, I'll call it, that I have to go through. And in this lesson, it applies to all areas of my life. And I'm a transparent guy, because there's been times when I've sucked in my marriage. Like, I've been really, really bad. There's been times when I've sucked with my self-control, my eating and drinking habits, and even sucked as being a dad sometimes, like I'm not a perfect father. There's times I've been really bad at that. And like I said, times in business and real estate, more times than I can remember, that I've been really bad. And in a lot of situations, it didn't suck. I sucked. But I own it. And I take responsibility. And that is the critical piece of today's message. Because when I acknowledge that it was me, only me, that's responsible for my results and not outside factors, guess what? That's when things begin to change. That's whenever that I get back on track to creating results, by just being real with myself. Just being real with myself. So my friends, I turn this back to you. I want you to consider that the problems that you may be experiencing with your life and your real estate business, or your business in general, it's not the economy. It's not your wife. It's not your spouse. It's not your market. It's not your lack of time or your lack of money. It has nothing to do with any of those things. The real culprit, you guessed it, you sucking. So here's the thing. You have the choice to make. You can continue to be in this place that you're at, or simply just make the choice. Like, make the choice, make the commitment to change, and that's up to you. So I'm gonna leave you with some homework today, my friends, and just spend a little time and just ask yourself, like, what is something in your life or business that your current capacity is far from where you desire it to be? What is something in your life or your business where your current capacity is far from where you desire to be? In other words, what is something in your life or business that you currently suck at, that you're willing to acknowledge that, but commit to do something about it? And think of it like 3 actions that you can take to immediately begin to create change and to create a new result in that area of your life and or in your business. So my friends, that's all I have for today. I just want to once again say I love and appreciate each and every one of you, and I thank you for listening to the show. And until next time, I look forward to helping you create results in your life and your business.
You've been listening to The Brant Phillips Show. To listen to past shows, get updates on future shows, and find other resources or information about coaching, visit BrantPhillips.com.